You're not supposed to chug them. Hey, what's up everybody in the Smileverse? Thank you so much for coming back again for another video here with Katy B. Today we are talking about cleanses. Now, it's still January, it's a brand new year, it's a brand new decade, and I know a lot of people have resolutions that may include diet and nutrition goals. So I thought this was the perfect time to talk about this, not to mention the fact that I just did this 5-day juice and lunch cleanse from the company Juice from the Raw. Now, I got a Groupon for this, but you can also get like specials on there we go, Juice from the Raw. You can also get specials on their websites that have, like, the shipping is what's expensive, I realize. So if you get the Groupon and you take off the shipping, or you still pay for the shipping, it kind of works out to be very similar to if you pay the price that they had on the website and the shipping, and the shipping was free. So anyway, look up for either look up a Groupon or look up a discount code if you want to order from Juice from the Raw. I've done this cleanse once before. I liked it. I like the taste of their juices. And so I decided that this would be a good time to try one and try one again. As many people already know, I am pretty active, and for the most part, I eat pretty healthy. But I, like anybody else, have periods of time where I just feel like I have overdone it. And this holiday season was one of them. I haven't weighed myself, and I don't know, however, I don't plan on doing it quite yet. I was just eating and drinking and being merry. Chocolate cake for breakfast, cookies for lunch. It's just like, this is just what happens. And then there's so many like holiday parties leading up to Christmas and New Year's, and then you have New Year's, just lots of drinking, lots of eating. The one thing I can say I feel like I did right was that I tried to keep up with my workout, because I was really doing well with my 3 days a week, making sure I worked out at least 3 days a week. So thankfully for me, my sister was kind of like in the same mindset. So when I stayed at home for the holidays, we both went on our little like power walk run thing. She would have done more running if I wasn't there, but we walked, we had sister time, and then we did this like Pilates thing at home that she really likes. So I kept up with that, but I was just like not working out enough to justify the amount of calories I was taking in, like not even close. So flash forward to New Year's Day, and I am just feeling like, whoa, like tired and sluggish and like puffy, and just like things are just super tight on me, and I'm like not sleeping well, and I feel like my skin looks dull, and it just like feels like everything is going wrong. So even though I'm not a huge proponent of cleanses, I was like, if there was ever a time to do a cleanse, this is gonna be it, because I was like, I just need something. I just need to fix myself. Okay, so for those of you who may not know, what is a cleanse? A cleanse can be many different variations of the same thing. The idea is that you're taking down your calories, you're upping typically your vegetable and fruit intake, although there are people that do water cleanses, which I don't necessarily recommend, but hey, like, to each their own. So you do anything from 24 hours to as many as 21 days, 30 days, you know, depending on the cleanse that you're doing. And the idea is that you're giving your digestive system a break, your body is releasing toxins, and you're lowering your calories. There's all sorts of different, like I said, variations. I will say that there's definitely pros and cons, and it depends a lot on which cleanse you're deciding to do. It's not really helpful for long-term weight loss. Again, these are kind of like it's like a quick fix, so it's something great to do like before an event or before a trip or before a photo shoot. But if your goals are like long-term, this isn't necessarily going to be the way for you. Although if you decide to do a juice cleanse once a week, every week, or once a month, do a 3-day cleanse, that could actually be a way that you can use this as a long-term goal. But like doing one little cleanse is not going to help that. And thirdly, a lot of reason that people do juice cleanses is because it's releasing the toxins, ridding your body of all the bad stuff. Well, scientifically speaking, our bodies are actually really great at doing this. Our liver works pretty good, our kidneys work pretty good. Our body is always doing a good job at dispersing these toxins. And scientifically, people always say that we don't need to do cleanses to do that. I will counteract that with a little bit of a thought that our bodies also weren't made to necessarily eat as much processed food as we are. So I definitely feel like I'm somewhere in the middle on this one. I think is our body pretty much is taking care of like the toxins, whatever that may mean. But at the same time, our bodies aren't built to take in the processed food that we are. So there's a good chance that at least it's not gonna hurt. All right, let's get a little bit into some of the pros of doing a cleanse like this. Maybe you want to start a healthy new plan and you're not really sure where to begin. A cleanse like this can be a great way to get you kick-started, to get you back on track, or if you need to lose weight for a short-term thing, whether it be like a wedding or a vacation or a photo shoot or any of those types of things, you know, you can lose some weight. It'll be mostly water weight, but you can use a little bit of weight for like an event. The other good thing about it is you're gonna be getting a lot of nutrients if you're like me and you were eating a lot of like crappy food and a lot of sugar, and it's quickly effective. Like I said, this is the last day of my cleanse. I went on a 5-day cleanse. 5 days ago, I felt utterly disgusting. And today I actually feel pretty good, and I feel like my skin's looking a little bit better. I'm feeling like I'm sleeping a little bit better. I feel like I have a little bit more pep in my step, and I'm not gonna go eat cheesecake tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna go get my produce and start trying to eat on this like healthy plan, but then I'll still be able to, you know, have my treats when I want them once the cleanse is finally done. So one of the reasons I really wanted to talk about this cleanse is because this is now my favorite cleanse I've ever done. Again, this is from Juice from the Raw, and this is called the 5-day juice and lunch cleanse. I have done a cleanse like this once before, but I had done it myself. I had gotten the juice from the raw juices, and I think I drank a certain amount of them a day, and then I would eat something else. The way that this particular cleanse works is that they give you 4 juices for the day, and then you can eat a salad. The being able to like eat something, like it's like night and day for me. My first time I was on a juice cleanse, it was only 3 days, and I just cannot tell you how obsessive I was. It's all I could think about it. I had to shut myself in the room. I couldn't do anything. Like, I was just like a crazy person, like drinking my teas and my water and like counting down the minutes until I could have the next juice. Like, it was just miserable for me. And for this particular cleanse, you know, traditionally I do intermittent fasting on a regular basis, so I really only have one big meal a day, one medium, and then like some smaller, like one small, I guess, and then snacks, I guess, is how I really eat. So the fact that I can have like one big meal makes all the difference psychologically for me to make this not feel like a death march. It was like pretty simple. There was like a couple tiny cheats that I probably had along the way, but for the most part, I felt like I was able to stick to this plan. I felt like everything was pretty delicious. Right now I'm kind of hungry, but that's because I've been waiting too long to drink this juice on my last day here. I'm starving. Yummy. So yeah, so that's it. So you can do this with anything else. If you want it to be more moderate, you can do any sort of protein shakes or juice or smoothies or however you want to do it, and just have like one big raw vegetable meal. And I think that, you know, some people will say that you really only get the benefits if you do just the juicing, but I always say, and I say this about working out as well, the thing that's the best for you is the thing you will actually do. So for me, like, I'm getting a lot of the benefits. I'm still getting a lot of vegetables in. This was all to make me feel healthier, to get me kickstarted for 2020, and to try and just lose this excess holiday pudge that I have going on. One more thing, there's also like a big debate about juices versus smoothies when we're talking about vegetable juices. People who can't juice think that the whole idea of giving a cleanse is sort of to like give your digestive system kind of a break. People that like smoothies better are traditionally think that like taking the fiber out, which is what juicing does, taking the fiber out of the vegetable is basically taking out the best part, and fiber actually helps your body like digest things and move things along. The reason I chose a juice cleanse in this case, they just taste good, and this was just like, I didn't have to think about it, I bought it, I'm doing it, and I'm still getting fiber from the salad that I'm eating every day. But also, when I am feeling very motivated and I make one of these for myself for like a longer term project, sometimes I'll do like 2 juices a day. I'll make them at home. I make them as a smoothie, and I just remove a little bit of the pulp and call it a day. The other case against juices is that because the fiber is taken out, they can like be very sugary and spike your insulin levels. Again, I'm doing this for 5 days. This was the easiest thing to do. I just got it. It is what it is. So here I am, so let's get into this specific cleanse. When you get your juices, they come in a big square box. It has a cooler inside. The cooler will keep it frozen for quite a bit of time. So if it arrives and you're not there to pick it up, like, you should be fine. I'd say your first 2 days, put them in the fridge to defrost. They actually take a long time to defrost. If you're planning on starting it the next day, I would even take out day one and leave it on the counter for a while, because that's how long they take to defrost. And then once it's cool, put it back in. Let's put on our infomercial voice here. Juice from the Raw 5-Day Juice and Lunch Cleanse. Let's get started. Your juices have been sent to you frozen to maintain freshness. Remember, your juices are unpasteurized. The enzymes and good bacteria are still alive and kicking. We freeze the juices right after they are pressed to keep the nutrients from deteriorating. Please thaw them out when you're ready to start juicing. You can keep them frozen for up to 6 months. 6 months! Afterwards, when they thaw, the juices will only last about 3 to 4 days. Generally, it takes about 4 to 6 hours to defrost. When the juices are mostly thawed, place them in your fridge to start your cleanse tomorrow. For those of you worried about not having any solid food during a normal 3-day or a 5-day cleanse, Lunch System solves this for you. Just drink 4 juices during the day and have a salad whenever you like. Our Juice and Lunch program also incorporates every one of our juice flavors, offering a great balance of enzymes, vitamins, nutrients, probiotics, and delicious taste. Order now for only 4 installments of $29.99. Okay, so basically we have day 1 through 5. They have the recommended juices to do in this order. This did have a lot of variety in this pack, more so than any one of the other cleanses I've ever done, because they had a cashew coffee milk, the regular greens, which I typically like the most. They had 1 cashew dessert milk. They had 2 coconut milks, a spicy lemonade, a passion fruit, a blood orange, and upbeat. Just like a lot of variety. Like they said, they put at least 1 of each of their juices in here. So that was just kind of fun to try everything. I will say I like them all. There's only one that like I didn't really care for, and that was the blood orange juice. I don't really care for orange juice in general. And to me, having like an orange juice in the cleanse doesn't like matter as much to me, because that's just like a fruit and I'd rather just go eat an orange, where like pressing down the vegetables is actually like a really good way to get your vegetables. So I don't know, it tasted good for orange juice. I love the green drinks. I know a lot of people don't, but don't be too scared of these green drinks. For me, this is actually kind of a con. I think they're a little bit too sugary, the ones in this. I could do with a little less fruit in them, because you can see here in the detox screens, the first ingredient is actually pineapple, which you'd think the first ingredient would be something green. And then there's celery, cucumber, green kale, spinach, and dandelion, all really good greens. So it's just the pineapple really, and then a bunch of different greens. Let's see how much sugar is in it. So there's 14 grams of sugar, and that's for 1. So there's really 28 grams of sugar. Like, that's a lot of sugar for like 1 serving. My only complaint about this was I would think that a green drink should be a little less sweet, but I realized why they do it is because people are scared of green drinks and they think they taste gross. Secondly, anything that I was going to eat, I kind of tried to work around the juices that came in the pack. So I still had my coffee every morning. They gave me cashew coffee milk for the first 2 days. I decided that meant I could have my coffee. A lot of people that do cleanses, they like to take away their caffeine. I, on the other hand, do not. Maybe one day I'll do a caffeine cleanse, but that's a challenge for another day. The other thing is when I was choosing my salads, so I got 3 of these types of salads. They were 3 for $10 at the supermarket, and I just figured it would just make it easy. Typically I make my own salads, but I just wanted something, again, to not have to think about. So when looking for my salads, I just decided to do, they don't give you much instruction here. So you can really fuck up your juice cleanse by going to eat like a big chicken Caesar salad, or like a Southwest salad, or like something just with like lots of like delicious cheese and meats and like fats and like a heavy dressing. I, knowing better, at least knowing something, I feel like, knew to stay away from any cheeses, any croutons, any like milky dressings. I only did vinaigrettes. So for instance, this is one, it's cabbage, romaine lettuce, kale, red cabbage, and carrots. It's a pomegranate vinaigrette, cranberries, and flax seeds. Going by what they've given me, I have cashew coffee milk and cashew milk as juices. So I decided that I was allowed to have nuts. I didn't really feel like cheating, so. In addition, I did have some carrots that either I mixed in with a salad or I would like munch on if I was ever feeling like I actually needed to like eat something, which wasn't very often, but I had my bag of baby carrots ready to go. So anyway, so I'm on day 5 now. This is my upbeat. It's carrot, apple, beet, lemon, and ginger, and nothing else. So this is the second juice for the day. This is my first time having the beet, although I may have had this last time I did the cleanse. It's delicious. It's very sweet. People always think beet sounds gross, but especially when you juice it, it's very, very sweet. Like I said, I love the greens. I could even deal with them being a little bit less sweet. The cashew coffee milk was good, but I love the plain cashew milk as a dessert so much. What else do we have? Passion fruit was pretty delicious. Again, that was a very fruit forward. Spicy lemonade, very good. Could have been spicier. All these could have been a little less sweet for me, which is why, like I said, sometimes I also make them. But all in all, if you just want to like do a cleanse and you want it to be easy and you don't want to think about it and you want someone else to make it and you want it to come ready to go, like juice from the raw has worked for me. So now I'm on day 5 and I can tell you my final thoughts on this cleanse. I felt like this was the easiest cleanse. It felt the least restrictive, even though like I really stuck to it pretty well. I have to say that I think this is my most successful cleanse I've ever done. I didn't feel crazy the whole time. I felt pretty satisfied, although I am pretty excited that this is day 5 and like tomorrow I can like expand my horizons again. I had 3 goals from this cleanse. The first goal was to lose some of the holiday weight. Yes, I already said these are not good for like long-term weight loss goals, but this was like a short-term weight gain. So I'm hoping that this little loss will put me back kind of where I started. I also wanted to kickstart my healthy eating habits for the year, just kind of get me in a good groove, and also just not have to think about anything for planning meals or what I can and cannot eat, and that was all great. So that's everything I have to say about the cleanses. I hope you like this video. Please hit the thumbs up if you do, and subscribe at Katy Beaver here on my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at the same name, Twitter at the same name, but I don't tweet so much. And if you'd like to join me on my live streams, feel free to download the Meet Me app and look for me. I am Katy B in all my streaming platforms. Hopefully I will see you there. Also, more news! I finally got some of my merch in. I'm working on getting pictures. I'll be posting them on my Instagram. This is the Loverade pillow. It's very nice and pretty for your decorating needs. It's a canvas pillow. I think it's like 14 inches. And it's so cute, and you can get it off my little merch Smileverse shop. If you click the bio in my Instagram, you can get to it there, or I'll also have the link below in the description. So go ahead. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, pillows, and all sorts of fun things for you to check out. And get yourself some Loverade. Stop sipping on that haterade. Sip on some Loverade. It just tastes better. And that's it for me, Katy B, signing off from the beautiful city of Philadelphia. I will see you guys in this John next time. Bye-bye.